Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cameron House Marina. My name is Ruben Mercer. I'm the sales manager here at Marine Sales Scotland. This is a Quicksilver 755 Bowrider, commissioned 2021. She's brand new and is powered by a Mercury V8 Verado 250 horsepower outboard with a stainless steel prop, lunging her forward across the water at speeds in excess of 44 knots. Now, she's as big and as well spec'd as a Bowrider will get, a huge capability for passengers with the amenities to keep everyone fed and watered all day. Sustainability on the water is a big one here, and that begins with the full canvas enclosure. Compare it to your typical Bowrider where the Bimini just extends over the wake tower. When it rains, you're soaking wet. Your ability to tow and ski is not compromised, as there is an external ski pole for towable water sports, but you get full protection from the elements here with the full canvas enclosure. You can take the canopies off, turn her into an open top sports boat in an instant. I'll take the canopy off here. I'll show you what she looks like with the click of a finger. So now with the canopy off, the boat looks so much better. You can see with that angular windscreen as well, it really has a classic shape to it. Wouldn't be too misplaced on the Riviera. So you can also fold the Bimini away if you want to. It does slot into a groove that is purpose built, so you've got dedicated storage for it. You can see at the back we've got these twin extended swim platforms. They are covered in non-skid, and then there is your Mercury V8 Verado 250 horsepower. So the V8 Verado is the latest release from Mercury. It is ultra fuel efficient, very quiet if you want it to be. There is a sports button on this to change the exhaust if you want to go loud. And your ability to tow is not compromised. As I mentioned, that is the insert for a ski pole, which is just tucked away in the main storage locker. So if we jump on the starboard side at the very back, immediately we've got a transom shower. So if the kids go swimming, or if you just want to wash off your decks, you can do so with that. That is connected to an onboard freshwater system. Now the Bimini, should you want to store it away, will fold and collapse into this groove here. You can see the space for it, just tucks away in and out of sight, rattle free. You'll see some of them, like here, will collapse into the arch, and they are a bit of an eyesore, but not this one. It tucks nice and neatly away. So you can also drop this down on the back and turn this into a daybed if you want to. So you've got your aft sunbed there. You can, if you wish, just lift it back up into place. That's it, ever so slightly reclined, and then you can lift it up again into the horizontal position. The vertical position. We've got a stainless steel grab rail that runs down the back there just for ease of access when you're boarding and exiting the boat. So U-shaped seating in here, which is the owner's favourite for most people. You can get the most number of people round the main entertainment centre. You can also flip the navigator's bolster back and forth in case you have someone in the water. Say someone is skiing behind you, you've at least got a spotter. Now off on the starboard side, we've got the high quality worktop that is on top of the cockpit entertainment centre. And in here, you've got the same facilities that would rival most 23-24 foot sports cruisers, just with the exception of a microwave. So we've got a single gas burner there. Tucked away in here is our stainless steel cold water sink system. That runs off the same tank as the transom shower. Storage wise, well, there is absolutely loads of it tucked away in here. In this locker, that is the gas bottle, but there's still loads of storage area there, so you can put things on top of it. And then while we are on the subject of food, you can keep all your drinks, all your fresh produce if you are cooking, keep them in there. It's a good idea if a lot of people want to take this onto a beach and they want to camp. Well, you can use this as your kitchen, as your galley, as your main runaround. As I said, sustainability at sea is a big one for Quicksilver on this. And it is quite the weekender. So moving forward, we do have our Fusion Bluetooth stereo system that also has radio, AM, FM. You've got, just tucked in there as well, USB, and then also a 12-volt socket to keep your phones and iPads charged. You've got Fusion speakers. Both of them are waterproof. There are another two up on the bow as well. And then we've got tucked away. And then I do like the carbon fibre effect finish with the Quicksilver logo printed onto the top of it. So if we look at the helm position, very well appointed. So we've got these blue LED cup holders. So the lights that come on and off with the press of a button, just this one here, You can see there's another 12-volt socket tucked away in there as well, and then you've got your horn, bilge pumps, nav lights, twin wipers in case the weather closes in, and then you've got your wiper washers, and then you finally got that one for the nav lights. Now the wipers just show how serious Quicksilver are about this being an all-weather weekender, so you can take it anywhere. It is a Bowrider that does have the full enclosure, as I've mentioned and as you saw before. Now if you just imagine when the weather does turn, if you're just in an open top Bowrider, the kids are going to be crying, the missus is going to be saying, oh, I don't like this, we should sell it. But with that all-round enclosure, keep everyone dry, everyone nice and out of the wind, everyone happy. So we've got our tachometer, speedometer. Both of these have digital inlays down underneath, and then the main focal point of the helm is definitely the 9-inch Simrad Evolution 3. So that's got your chart plotter on it, it's got GPS, and it's also got your engine dials. We'll come back to that in just a minute because there's a number of really quirky features on it that I want to show you. So if we move on up to the front, you've got the door that acts as the wind block. Also, what we do to gain access out into the bow is we open that up and then we slide the door back. But before we slide the door back, let me just show you the vast amount of storage you have on this side, and then tucked in here I've got all of the cushions for the bow as well. So loads of storage for wetsuits, anything like that. If you want to bring skis, you could maybe get them up the centre aisle here, leave the door open. Storage wise, again, you've got more underneath the helm, as you can see, tucked away in there. And then you've got storage underneath these seats. This is primarily access to the batteries, but you've got a little bit more in that area there. You can set stuff on top of this as well. Just try and make sure that it's not soaking wet when you do so. So, one thing I want to show you on this, when we start up the engine, that the engine is quite loud. It does sound very much like a V8, but what you can do with the pressing of a button, if you listen in, sport exhaust off. Listen to how quiet the engine is. We go back, we press sport exhaust on. Listen. So on top of that, the boat will accelerate in excess of 44 knots. You also have a 300 litre petrol tank, a huge range on it. Again, a range that would rival most 23, 24 foot sports cruisers that have petrol engines. So let's get this off. What we'll do is we'll jump up into the bow and I'll show you what that looks like. So again, we've got those LED lit cup holders on either side. We've got our Fusion stereo speakers, and then we've got seating for at least two with one facing aft. Up at the very bow we've got our anchor locker, manual windlass. Just feed it through the front channel there and then tie it onto one of the cleats. You've got each of your nav lights, and then I like how you've got this extended grab rail all the way to the very front, and they have made this non-skid probably with the intention of if you are anchored down or you're in the marina, the kids want to jump over the front, well, it's just a little bit more grippy so they don't fall and hit their head. Safety is a very big thing with Quicksilver. They are primarily family orientated boats. Safety wise, again, if we sit down here, you can see that my legs are well under the gunnels here. So you've got loads of height, real safe feel, in the sense that we've got a grab rail in here which we can hold on to, and also these really long stainless steel ones that extend almost the entirety of the bow. Storage wise, plenty more of it underneath here, and then you've got the same again in the front locker, same again here. Now what we can also do is we can put in a filler cushion here. We can turn this entire area into a big day bed. So this really is the place that kids will love to ride when you are going fast at high speed, when you're making fast manoeuvre turns, but you've got the added safety of having both the grab rails there as well. You can get 3 or 4 people up top there. Close the door over as well, and you will notice that just behind the door there is a recessed drainage area, so if anyone is soaking wet up there or the rain does start to come in, it won't flood back into the cockpit. It'll get channeled out over the sides and into the bilges. What I didn't show you at the back here as well is that this area will take a filler cushion and turn into another daybed area that is just opposite the cockpit entertainment centre. So you can imagine, let me set the scene for you, if you are docked stern to in a little maybe cosy bay, just overlooking a sandy beach, everyone can be sat here relaxing, enjoying themselves. You can pop the canopy down, top up your tan here, grab a beer out of the fridge, make a cup of tea with the gas hob, cook yourself something to eat. It's not just a boat, it's a lifestyle. And you've got that huge engine on the back which gives you unbeatable mid-range acceleration. There you go, ladies and gents, the Quicksilver 755 Bowrider. I'm Ruben from Marine Sales Scotland, where fun in the water begins.